Welcome to Know the Score with Decker and Dix. Don't forget to like us and follow us on Facebook, X, and YouTube. Join us live Monday and Friday mornings, or sometimes Tuesdays or Wednesdays, and even an occasional Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, who knows? You can shoot us questions or just send us a comment to set Decker straight. Sit back, enjoy, Know the Score with Decker and Dix now.
We're chanting for you, brother.
Chanting, you bet. That's what it sounds like, anyways.
Yeah. Nice job on that intro, man. I'm impressed.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Well, and then you gave me some other ideas, so I'll probably get a little more creative.
Right on. So how long did it take you to do that? I'm just curious. Because I wrote a script. You told me to write one up that I could record, and I'm like, I read it off. It's like.
No, it took me like first try, so probably 30 seconds.
Yeah, so you're like a professional radio guy. So like you just.
Yeah, so I was able to do it and get it done. And
did you write a script or no? Or did you just kind of off the top of your head?
No, I wrote it.
Did you?
Oh, when I wrote it, I wasn't sure what I was going to say, so.
Yeah. And I don't know why you need to set me straight. I'm always right. You don't really correct people that are right.
No, that's true.
I'm just saying. So
but you never know.
Hey, yeah, I was going to let you know we're back. We got the blue check on X or Twitter or whatever you want to call it now. We're flying high again.
We are.
We're flying high again.
Yeah, retirement is getting closer.
It sure is.
Whether it's because of this podcast or we're just getting old, one of the two.
So I had this discussion with somebody last night. It's crazy that you say that. So it's coming. It's coming. You know it is. So all right. Well, let's first things first. I don't think I upset you. I think I misspoke, but I said, was this the Dodgers World Series for you last night? You turned around and you gave me the finger. So, but I meant more along the line that you really dislike the Padres.
Yeah, that's usually just a salute anyways. Like,
Yeah, there you go.
No, it's a big win. Anytime you pair up with the Padres in the first round, because they've gotten better. They've got a GM that spends money, wants to beat the Dodgers so bad.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we had crap thrown on the field in game 2. That kind of scarred things up a little bit, but there was always, it was a kid that started it. That was a thing. Or a guy that started it. Threw the baseball out there, and then all of a sudden trash starts getting thrown out.
It's crazy.
But they were also egged on a little bit as well. But you gotta, as a fan, you can watch him lip off to you all you want and just wave to him and say, I know you're richer than me, so play ball.
Yeah. You just say, cheer loud, whatever, but be classy about it. That's all it is.
Yeah. My brother is funny because he sent me the TikTok of the view, and he goes, stay classy, LA. So then I started sending him, I'm like, you think it only happens in LA? Mm-hmm. It's happened in Boston. It's happened in Minnesota. It's happened. You and I were firsthand when we went to that Monday night game, how people were all over my crap. It's just like, really, let's just enjoy the game.
Right. And I would say when we're there as fans, and you might be wearing a Bears shirt and all that, and you don't give anybody crap.
No.
The only people they just had too much of liquid courage in them. And they're stupid, or else they're one of those guys like, should I do it? Go ahead, Nolan, do it, Nolan, do it.
It's like those guys that side eye you.
Yeah. There you go. Better watch out for those guys.
Yeah. All right.
You better watch out for those guys.
So we are into week 6.
Well, I was going to ask you one more thing. So who would you rather? So my guess is they're going to take care of the Mets. I just think that
let's hope they take care of them.
Well, if they take care of the Mets, do you want to play the Yankees? Do you want to play the Guardians? Or do you want to play the Tigres from Detroit?
I'd prefer both teams from the AL Central, but it would make for a pretty cool matchup, Yankees-Dodgers. I think that would be pretty cool. That's
kind of like you and I are in that same age bracket. I remember it always being the Yankees and the Dodgers way back when we were young tykes and all that stuff. Yeah. And so, and nothing against the Dodgers, but I think a Subway Series would be pretty cool too. The Mets and the Yanks, I'd be okay with that. But
did you see the tweet from Rappaport today?
No, I did not. What did he say?
Maybe it was last night. He's a Mets fan. He goes, back in 1998, hated Oral Hershiser, and all of a sudden people are like, 98. Hershiser was 88.
Yeah.
We're just ripping him.
Yeah.
Like,
They're letting him have
one misspelled number, and he's
get
just the biggest.
doing it on your phone and you go quick. It's like
Oh, yeah.
telling somebody Jordan Love hasn't even passed for 900 yards yet.
Yeah. Well, and you can't edit in X.
Yeah, I
Once
know
you
it.
send it, man, it's
gone.
Gone.
Or you can delete it and try again, but somebody's quick enough to do a screenshot somehow. So
yeah.
hey, I'm gonna something happened on this day back in 1989. So go back and it's football related. Could
Football,
possibly
okay.
be my team or your team related, but I'll lean more towards my
89.
89. 1989.
Well, the Bears are still celebrating their Super Bowl from 85.
They're still 85. Yep.
So-
The Vikings are an up and coming team, and they're missing one crucial piece to their team.
Oh, is this the Herschel Walker trade?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, where they gave up 3 first rounds, I think 2 second rounds, 3 third. I mean, just all these different things going on, and and I think the Vikings got back Herschel Walker and a can of Starkist tuna
Yeah.
in that draft, and
So
I
did
remember
see the other day that they said that Cleveland trade is worse than the Herschel Walker one. But I don't know
I
about
guess
that.
we could have a debate on that when we've got
Yeah.
more time, but we could go back. I think that was pretty rough trade. Wasn't there another one that popped up too here? Well, I would think the Bears
Well, the
freaking
Bears fleecing the Carolina Panthers. I mean, that's like a 2-year process, and then
Yeah. So we could certainly talk about it. So,
But hey, we gave the Panthers Andy Dalton.
well,
I mean, look what he's
Yeah.
doing now. You got to win.
there you go. There
Two
you
weeks
go.
ago.
Anyways, so week 6, how you feeling? Your team's in London.
Yep. Toughest division in the NFL.
I would say so.
Everybody is over 500.
I would,
And that's
yeah.
why I say that. I don't say that because all 4 teams are better than everybody in the NFL, but it's going to be a shootout to get in. It would be cool to have all 4 teams in the playoffs.
That'd be pretty cool.
But once they start playing each other, I think that kind of
Yeah, knock each other out. Who knows?
Awesome.
We'll find out here. So, I saw like all the records of the teams, like the Detroit record against the Detroit teams. I'm starting over. Take 2. Ready? Go. The teams that Detroit has played has a losing record. I believe. I'm just going off my memory here, so don't quote me. Same with the Packers. What about the Bears? I never saw anything like that. The Vikings, the teams that the Vikings have played all together have a winning record.
Yeah, I don't think that matters really.
But well,
I mean, when you
it does
play
some people on this Google machine.
oh yeah, but when you play a team that's struggling and then they get hot at the end of the year, you can say, well, San Francisco ended up 13-4, and the Vikings beat them back in week 2.
Right, yeah, that could happen. That happens. So,
But like,
yeah, I don't know.
and it's just like when the Bears beat the Panthers. You know, I put on there, it's like that was the best quarterback output out of, and I said some of those guys were bums, but I mean, there's a couple guys in there that struggled against the Panthers.
You took a little harsh on that. So, if you don't know, why don't you, because we have our X handle under North the Score, and then what is yours? Just so people can, if people are interested to see what you say every once in a while, or don't you want to give that up?
I don't know what it is.
It's
ND is my one, but
aren't you at KNDC Radio or something like that?
So I got to be careful on that one.
Yeah, you certainly do. You certainly do. Maybe I'll just give you the sign in to mine.
I do need to start either unfollowing people but every time I turn on the first 4 tweets are Justin Fields.
Well, that's because you go on and you talk about that, saying he sucks. So, there's this. I know it's tough, but there's this thing called algorithms.
Yeah.
And so every time you interact and say Justin Fields sucks, you're going to get more and more and more and more and more of that. Just saying.
And
hey, at least you're not getting the sock tweets anymore. Like, buy your favorite pair of socks that you used to get. So,
so there is a video on here that says Caleb Williams explains why he paints his fingernails. I'll share that with you later on.
Okay.
I haven't watched it yet. So.
Okay. Well, you just send it to me and I'll watch it. And then
But hey, for all you insecure people out there that don't like that he paints his nails, get over it.
I think it's just because I know that it riles you up, and so that's the only reason why.
That's my brother too, yeah.
And if I didn't get a reaction from you, I'd move on. It's kind of like a bully, man. You know, you find something that gets the guy going. All right. On to our picks. Oh, he's gone already. So we were going to have just kind of a background. We were going to have my friend Jody. Her and her husband Fred live down in Tampa, Florida. They were hit really hard with Hurricane Milton, and she was going to come on and kind of talk about what kind of transpired for her and her husband, and they've got like 10 pets, and she's just like, I don't know if I can do it right now. So but she said she'd come on at another time, so I don't know. I shot her a note. I said, without being kind of weird, but I think it'd be kind of fun to be in a hurricane. Would you want to be in one, knowing that everything would be okay, like you wouldn't get hurt or anything like that?
No, I don't think so. No, I guess if.
How about a tornado? Like if you knew that you weren't going to get injured or you weren't going to die, I would love to be. I would just like.
Would you be though? Would you be standing outside watching it go by, or would you?
No. I would probably hanging with Jody and Fred. They said they were just kind of in their basement and they could hear the winds howling and stuff was hitting their house. And she sent a couple of pictures. I think I sent them to you. That one where that huge tree was just bent over. I mean,
uprooted.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy. So I don't know. Well, so hopefully she'll come on next week. She just said, God, they're so exhausted. They just they've been cleaning up and helping others clean up. So kind of like she told me that the community was pretty, everyone got together and kind of helped each other out. So that's always good to see. Always good to see.
Thing.
But yeah, so stay tuned for that. All right, let's go. We are tied on our picks.
We're deadlocked. Our guest outpicked us. But
she did. Yeah. She certainly did. But we were going to have Jody pick, but she didn't come on. So she knows football too. She's a bigger hockey fan than she is a football fan. And she moved from San Diego to Tampa. I don't know why you would do that.
San Diego to Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
Well, California, I think, is a tough place to live now.
It
has been for a few years.
I would agree.
But I got a buddy down there that has no complaints, so he's still
sunny and 70 every day in San Diego.
Yeah, it all depends on where you're at and what you pay attention to.
I don't have to root for the teams, but I can enjoy the weather, right?
There we go.
All right. Well, let's talk the Jags at the Bears in London, England. Why don't you go ahead and it's Bears are favored by 1.5.
Is it 1.5 now?
That's what I saw yesterday, and the over under is 44.5.
They got Chicago by 1 and 44.5.
Do they? Okay. Well, if you want to go by 1, we can certainly do this.
I will go by 1, Chad.
Okay.
So that way they can win by 2 and it's a victory.
Well, if they win
by
2,
1, we push. Well, we push on 1, we push on 2. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
So I'm gonna go Bears points, and I do this every week. I barely ever win them, but I'm gonna take the over because Bears are missing some defensive players due to concussions and all that stuff. So I think the points will be scored tomorrow, but Chicago will win and they will go over.
They will go over. Okay. Yeah. So I actually did research on this because if I remember from last year, the Jags play really well in London, and they've got 2 games in a row again this year. So they play against the Bears, and then I believe the Patriots come to London next week to play the Jags. And so they've won 2 straight. And but here's the kicker. Here's what's making me take the Bears and the points, and I'm going under. The Jags are 1-12 against the NFC North since 2020.
Who's their lone win to? Detroit?
Those guys that come from Chicago. But that was way back when. So, but I am going to take the Bears with points, but I think it's going to be under. I think it's going to be what I got to see of the Bears last week, their defense was pretty good, man. Holy
Yeah.
cow. Those guys were flying around pretty quick. So let's go with that. Boom. We both took the Bears. You took the over. I took the under.
All right.
Okay. Got Packers against Cardinals. And I believe it's the Packers are at home. Maybe. I don't know. I didn't write that down.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So Pack is favored by 4.5.
5.5.
You got 5.5 now?
Yep. 5.5.
Okay. Well, then I'll let you read them from here on out. Because that might change my.
Well, this is updated on ESPN right now. So
Okay. Gotcha. Interesting stat. Kyler Murray leads all quarterbacks with rushing attempts and rushing yards per attempt at 10 yards. He's getting 10 yards per carry.
wow.
But when you run one for 60 yards, that usually helps your average.
Yeah.
And
you still have a worse record than all the teams in the NFC North. So
it's true. That's true. And Jordan Love, is his knee okay? Is it not okay? I don't know.
he's fine.
He's fine. And, I'm going to take the Cards. I don't.
Arizona plus 5.5.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to win, but I think it's going to be a close game, and I think it's going to go under.
All right, I'm going total opposite of you. I'm going Green Bay 5.5, and I'm going over 47.
Okay, there's going to be some definite
and
movement here in the.
And Jordan Love, he is healthy. He has learned from Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre that, hey, let's do this injury drama. The attention is there. I think it's rubbed off on him.
You just said Aaron Rodgers. You said Aaron Rodgers, and our viewership went up like 7.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah.
I think Love is fine. I think it's like when Rodgers got beat. Oh yeah, I still had a knee injury. Or Jordan Love is kind of the same way. I think it's I don't know. I think he's fine.
I can't agree with that because you saw the video what happened in Brazil. That freaking whatever bounced looked like it hurt to me.
Yeah.
But there you go. All right. Well, you read us.
But if you're not healthy, why go out and play?
Well, nobody's healthy. Not at this point in the season.
Yeah, but if you're dealing with a knee, I mean, as the Packers, if you have a $55 million quarterback, why would you throw him out there?
Because you as the head coach are in win now mode. If you don't, you get fired.
Yeah, but you're winning. You're 2-2. Now you're 3-2 with the win.
3-2.
Oh.
Got it. Okay.
All right.
All right.
So Lions, let's skip to that one. Detroit Lions are now favored by 3.5. They are on the road in Dallas, and the over/under is 52.5. And I'm going to hit Detroit taking the points, and I'm going the over again. There's going to be a lot of points scored on Sunday.
I'm exactly the same as you. Going with Detroit over, and Jared Goff, a guy that we've made fun of several times on this podcast. He's 7 completions away, 7 in a row, to having the most consecutive completions in the NFL.
Tying who?
He would not tie. If he did 6, he would tie Phillip Rivers. If he does 7, he owns the record by himself.
He owns the record. Well, good for him.
Do you think he'll do it?
Jared Goff. No.
Okay.
No. Well,
you got to hit on your first 7 passes. That's pretty.
But you can easily do a game plan for that.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of dinks and dunks over here that.
Yeah.
We can get you 7. We'll get you the record, and then we'll move on. Now, Mike Zimmer wouldn't do that for Jared Goff, but I almost said Don, but Mike. So, anyways, that's another story. We both did take San Francisco and the over, so we did get those. So we each made $400 over the. I am going to pick. We're going to pick 2 more games.
I didn't do that. But
okay, I'm going to pick. Let's pick 1 more game. So you find the game. I'm taking it.
I'll do yours, and then I'll just go off of what you say.
I wasn't able to read. Well, you did a lot of other research that I didn't, so.
I did.
I'm taking Atlanta. They're favored by 6. I'm taking Atlanta the points over Carolina, and I am going over 46.
I would pretty much do the same on that.
They're probably going to go under due to the fact
Yeah.
that Carolina probably won't score. But if
Yeah.
Carolina does score 14 points, I think it should be a shoe-in.
Yeah. So, yep. Okay. I'll take.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll take that. Okay. You read us the rest of the schedule. I forgot to put the at. If it
Okay.
was,
Texans at the Patriots. I'm taking Houston.
I'm taking Houston.
We've got. Why aren't mine in order? All right. Commanders and Ravens.
Oh, I'm going to take the Ravens.
Yeah, I got Baltimore. Philadelphia, the Eagles, home against the struggling Browns. I think for me, that's a shoe-in for the Eagles. They're going to get rolling and move their record to 3-2 after the bye week.
I heard this, Deshaun Watson found himself a new massage therapist, but I don't think that's going to be enough this week. And I think the Eagles are going to win this one.
Jeez.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Buccaneers at the Saints.
I'm going to go with the Bucks.
Yeah, I got Tampa Bay as well.
Saints are starting Spencer Rattler.
Yeah.
Yeah, Derek Carr. Is Derek Carr done? Stick fork in him?
Yeah.
Okay.
That fork was stuck in there a long time ago.
Back in Oakland.
Did you see him play last game?
It did not.
Didn't look good. Did not look good.
No. Okay.
Then he got hurt. So I got the Colts at the Titans. I'm going to ride with the Colts on that one. They're favored
Going
by
Colts.
Actually, Tennessee is actually favored at home.
Are they really? I'm going to go with the Colts. They got 63-year-old Joe Flacco still going out there throwing pretty well.
There you go.
He's still throwing pretty well.
There you go. All right, Broncos at home against the division rival Chargers. Chargers favored by 3 on the road.
I'm gonna take Chargers.
All right, I'm taking Denver.
All right, there's one we're different on.
Last time we got different on one.
Yeah.
Steelers at the Raiders. Justin Fields still the quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers as the Bears are inching closer and closer to getting that 6th-round pick to a 4th. That's all us Bears fans are cheering for some reason, because that 4th-round pick is not worth much.
True. Okay, I'm gonna be stupid here, and I'm gonna make a deal with you. I think it's gonna be a tie. So if they tie, will you give me 2 points? And if they lose, I only lose the 1.
If they tie, I'll give you $1,000 in your account. How about that?
Okay, I'm going with that.
Because we haven't kept track of our points.
Well,
You're gonna
I'm
have
just
to go
saying.
back.
Yeah, I have it. We just got to add them up.
Well, add them up.
Okay. I think
it
they're
done.
gonna. I'm not gonna do it right now.
Huh?
I'm gonna say they're gonna tie.
All right. I'm taking Pittsburgh. I don't think there's going to be a tie. It may go into overtime, but there will not be a tie.
Okay. And if I had to pick a team, I'd pick the Steelers. But I just think both of these teams are in destruction mode right now with what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
Just seems like it. Okay.
Okay, Cincinnati at the lowly Giants. Bengals at 1-4. Giants are 2-3.
You pick it, my man. I know who I'm taking.
I'm going Cincy.
I got Cincy. I can't.
You can't go with the way Daniel Jones played last week.
No, I can't.
All right, Monday night.
What do you think?
New coach, new
New
offensive coordinator. No,
Coordinator.
is there a new coordinator? I think they're changing play callers too, right?
Yeah, they did. They put Hackett down as he's not calling plays anymore.
Yeah.
So
Well, Hackett shouldn't. He should have quit calling plays after Chicago. Hackett was a guy that rode the coattails of Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
And got himself some nice OC jobs
right on.
and floundered. I am going with the Bills by 2.5.
You're even gonna do points on that one, huh?
Yeah, I'm taking points on that for money.
Yeah, Bills haven't lost 3 in a row in a long time, and I don't think it's gonna happen now. I think this might be the end of Aaron Rodgers as well.
Really?
I'm
taking the over, though. It's going to be a shootout. I'm going over.
Yeah, okay. At what point does Rodgers just say, this isn't fun anymore, I'm done?
I don't think he will. He won't.
Do you respect him if he was to do that or not? Or would you say he's a quitter?
I wouldn't say he's a quitter, but he'll never do that.
He wouldn't do that.
No. Okay. Not with the he's being labeled as a coach killer. He's being labeled as a prima donna. He's labeled as, he's got all these labels that you don't want to have on you.
But he's earned every single one of them, buddy.
He has earned it. Yes. And I guess those darkness retreats have not helped the last couple of years.
Yeah. And the Egypt trip and all that stuff. It was on X. I don't remember who it was, but they said if the Jets win the Super Bowl, that Ambassador Johnson should take them all to Egypt, the whole team to Egypt for a week and just
Yeah, I'm stuck on the lines of Aaron Rodgers. I don't know. I think we've spent too much time on Aaron Rodgers.
Okay, I'm with you on that.
Or on, I should say, former and current Packer quarterbacks. Way too much time on our podcast on that.
Yeah, but they're fun to dog.
Hell, I know, and we picked Green Bay to win this week too. So.
Yeah, well, and then you calling Sam Darnold Tom Arnold yesterday.
You like that one?
I had zero comeback to that. Usually I can come back on something there.
Yeah, usually you're pretty good. I'll throw. I'm not the best at a lot of those, but every once in a while I'll throw one out. Whether it be the donkey at Kentucky Derby or Tom Arnold.
That was Becky's like, "Why did he send you now?" I just laugh. Life is good.
Well, you got my text before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That probably got you really curious, didn't it?
Well, yeah, I had to stop what I was doing and start listening right away.
You're like, I gotta. Becky, close your ears. Here we go. Did Becky hear him?
No. No.
Liar.
When you send something like that, when you get pre-warned on a text that there's another snap coming, I'm like, okay, I gotta
go to the bathroom real quick.
I must excuse myself here. So, but all right. So, hey, we know that Texans are playing. I just realized I'm wearing Drake May's jersey, so he's starting this week. Think he's gonna have a good game? Think he's gonna struggle? What do you think's gonna happen?
I think he'll do okay. I think he won't blow things up, but I think he's gonna be like Caleb Williams and a couple guys. It's gonna take him a few games to get going.
I agree.
And when he gets going, it's going to be too late for the Patriots to make the playoffs, but they will be looking the next year and probably looking for a good pick.
Yeah. So, as I was going through our episodes, we started talking about upcoming draft picks. Well, because the Bears had the number one, we already knew that because we knew Carolina sucked. So there was a mock draft out there right now that the Patriots would get the number one pick and they would take that Travis Hunter from Colorado.
Yeah,
he's the wide receiver / quarterback. So,
the thing I'm curious about when we're at the draft back in the green room, I'm going to be interested to see what team in the top 20 takes Shedeur Sanders. That one we'll have to put a pool out or something. We'll have to
do that
because that is, when you've got, and now Deion's coming out saying these two aren't going to win the Heisman because of their coach, because people don't like their coach and all this stuff. And it's just like, Deion, it's not about you, buddy. But he's making it.
But again, Deion ranks right up there with Aaron Rodgers, brings on all.
Yeah. Yep. And they don't have the toughest schedule out there.
Right.
They're winning games. He's got two pretty. Hunter's an awesome athlete.
He's playing two ways.
Yeah. Sanders, he's a good quarterback.
Yeah.
But you can't come out a whole year before a draft and say, my son's only going to 5 teams. I'll let you know when draft time comes around who those 5 teams are. It's like, so if New England goes 1, obviously they're not going to be looking at Shedeur Sanders. You wouldn't think.
No.
Or would Deion come out and say, hey, New England's one of the teams that Shedeur wants to play for?
If I had to guess today where he would go, I would say the Cowboys, because that's the kind of splashy thing. We talk about, we don't talk a lot about the Cowboys, but like ESPN, Fox, they always talking Cowboys. Jerry Jones would put his team in the news because them, If
So are you
McCarthy
saying
gets fired, if
trade
McCarthy
up?
huh?
Are you saying a trade up? Because Dallas isn't going to have a pick to get Shedeur Sanders.
I wouldn't.
Right now, they don't. They're not even close.
Yeah.
I mean, you've got Carolina,
Yeah, I would think a trade. I would.
Rams,
Oh no,
Cleveland,
no.
Tennessee.
Maybe year
How
two.
How
Year
about the
two.
Giants?
Yeah, that was. There are better quarterbacks out there than Shedeur that the Giants would take over him.
Saints need a quarterback. Would he go to New Orleans?
Possibly.
Would Dion let him go to New Orleans?
Possibly. I just picked the Cowboys because Mike McCarthy's probably on his last leg. Hey, Dion, you want to be our coach? Yeah, we're going to draft your son. That's how that's. Huh?
I hope that doesn't happen.
That's
I
just
really
why.
don't. I mean, I agree, Mike.
But on any
McCarthy
team-
shouldn't be there.
But out of every team, which team would do that?
Is
With
this
the Raiders? I could
yeah,
see the Raiders. The Raiders might go after him.
yeah.
That'd be it.
But is this now linked? Are they linked? Are they going
No.
somewhere that if he
No,
gets
I don't
drafted, Dion's going to be the coach?
No, that's just me. That's just
Yeah.
me being. That's
Because
just
of,
me being.
because of Dallas, because Dallas is going to need a quarterback after this year.
Dallas is that kind of make that big kind of splashy move.
Yeah.
Raiders.
And
You know?
switching sports a little bit as far as the coaches, as
Mhm.
far as the coaches go.
Okay.
If the Dodgers lose in 7, does Dave Roberts get fired?
That's
Should he be fired? Okay.
Okay.
Go with the second question. Should he be fired from a fan standpoint of, man, they're in the playoffs every year. They get to the National League Championship every other year.
so. Am I a fan or am I the general manager? Because that would make. If I'm a fan and they don't make it to the World Series, it's like,
You're
okay,
fired.
this guy's brought his team as far as he could. It's time. That would be my fandom. As a general manager or owner, I would probably say, who's better? Who makes your team better than this guy right here?
Yeah.
Just
I
like,
don't know. I see all the scuttle out there that
yeah,
they don't make the World Series, he should be fired. It's like, and you look at his record and you look at his, it's just like, man,
do you think he needs to go if they don't win?
I don't think so.
I don't think he can.
He's a Hall of Fame coach. I mean,
Who would you put in there that would be better? That's how I look at it. Now you look at Eberflus. Let's talk. And I'm not saying they're going to fire him because I think the Bears are going to be okay this year. But what coach makes the Bears better? What coach makes the Vikings better?
I think Jim Harbaugh makes both those two teams better.
You do.
Yeah. Kevin O'Connell's doing a good job. Don't get me wrong. But
Yeah.
I think if Jim Harbaugh would have came into Chicago, I think we'd be a whole different football team right now. I think.
Okay. So does Bill Belichick, and I know does he make the Bears a better team
No,
this year?
no. He doesn't make the
Make-
Vikings better.
He doesn't make the Vikings better.
No.
Bill doesn't. How about
You saw his track record after Tom Brady left.
well, yeah. But I think he knows talent and skill. I don't know. I'm how about I'm just trying to think of other good coaches out there. Put Sean McVay on the Saints. Are they a better team?
Probably. Yeah.
Okay. Put
How about if you put Kevin O'Connell, Jim Harbaugh, or McVay on the Detroit Lions? Do they win a Super Bowl? Would they have won the Super Bowl last year with a McVay and Goff or O'Connell?
I think with McVay, they probably would have because he's not the stupid gambler like our boy Danny Campbell is, but
Yeah.
I don't know.
It'll be interesting.
I think Belichick makes the Bears better. I do. I just really do with Caleb Williams.
Yeah.
And I've given you a hard time about Caleb Williams. But he's going to be a damn good quarterback, and I think he would take that team and they'd be on their way.
Belichick struggled though after. I mean, he couldn't find a quarterback. I mean, if you're that much of a quarterback guru coach, you go from Tom Brady to mediocrity for the next 2-3 years, and then you retire.
But they really didn't. When Mac Jones came in and Newton came in, they went to the playoffs for like 2 years after he was gone, and then it just kind of fell off when Mac
Jones
terrible.
Well, and but you've seen that in a lot of quarterbacks that have come out that are studs in colleges. So I mean, do you blame it on the coach? No. I mean, Jaden Daniels and Caleb Williams could have easily been a flop coming out of college. Right now, they're not.
They're not. Next year, another story.
Next year they could be.
You don't know. That's why.
But I will tell you, on Monday Night Football, I did watch the Eli and Peyton Manning version. Have you watched that at all?
I caught bits and pieces. Usually Monday night's like a busy night at my house.
It's tough to watch.
Yeah,
it's tough to watch. But I was watching when Kansas City was playing on Monday night. I watched that when they were doing something. They showed Taylor Swift. Did you see that video?
No.
And as soon as she came on the screen, Belichick goes, ugh.
Yeah, okay. No, you sent me that. Yeah, you sent me that.
And Eli and Peyton were they couldn't help but freaking want to laugh. They're just like, we were all the millions and millions of people out there that were watching had that same her again, really.
And so then the next day, there's the picture of the old man Belichick with his 24-year-old girlfriend who's amazingly good looking, and he's wearing a Taylor Swift sweatshirt. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah. Yeah. So trying to save face with his little dolly he's got running around.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All
right, my man. Well, there's our half hour. 7 minutes over.
So we'll be back Monday morning.
We'll be back Monday morning. We'll talk about what's going on.
I've got listeners on X or the viewers on X.
Yeah, we appreciate you.
Unless they just clicked on it and put their phone down and it just registers I was watching.
Well, we'll take it. We'll take it, buddy. So, all right, my man. Well, I've kind of got a free weekend. I don't have a team playing tomorrow.
Oh, well, good. I got to get up early.
We're gonna get up. We're gonna get up and we're gonna head down and see Noah down in Winona. So we were gonna go today, but it's Winona State's homecoming, and he said, "I'm gonna be hanging out with my friends." So I think that was, hey, I'm gonna get super drunk and don't want mom down here running around.
That's exactly what he's gonna be saying after 6.
There you go.
Let me call my dad real quick.
He'll get us out of here. My dad will get us out of jail. So, all right, brother. Good luck to the Bears. We'll talk soon.
Yeah, you hit our outro and we'll have some fun, huh?
I don't know what our outro is, but hopefully Noah doesn't hear that tonight.